Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're all well wherever you are and whatever you're up to. I'm Lauren, and in this video I wanted to chat to you about the projects that are in the new named patterns building the pattern book and show you some really lovely fabrics from my shop that I think would match with them really nicely. So the book just came out a few weeks ago and I haven't had a chance to make anything from it yet, but there are loads of really lovely projects in there, so I hope you get lots of ideas from this video. I'm actually wearing a blouse that is from their first book, which was called Breaking the Pattern, which is this one here, and this particular garment is the Sorja shirt, which you can also make as a shirt dress as well. So that's the one that I'm wearing just now in an Atelier brunette fabric. But yeah, I think there are lots of things that are going on my to sew list from this book. So really the premise of this book, from what I can gather, I've not read every single page yet. I've mostly been looking at the pictures because that's what sewing books are for, right? And really what it is it's got a capsule wardrobe of loads of different types of garments, and then there's also quite a big focus on adapting the pattern and making fit adjustments as well. So you can kind of take on board as much of that as you want. Obviously you can make the projects and you don't have to sort of really delve into the fit, but there are lots and lots of illustrations and guidance and tips to do that if you want to try and really work on the fit of garments and making adaptations to the patterns based on that. So there's like a section at the beginning of the book that is just all about different pattern alterations that you can do, and it kind of gives some examples of where you might see sort of drag lines or kind of crease marks in your clothing, and then suggested solutions to alter the pattern to try and fix that. And then it goes into all of the different projects, and usually within each project as well there is some additional advice on how you might sort of adapt the fit of the garment. So all of the patterns in the book come with it full size on big pattern sheets that are sort of in this kind of envelope section at the back of the book, and they are all kind of overlapped on each other, so you do have to trace when you work with this book, but they are different colours, which makes it a little bit easier, so just bear that in mind. There's going to be a little bit of tracing involved when you come to actually get the pattern out of the book. As far as I know, there isn't any PDFs available for it, but I'm not sure whether that's maybe something that might happen in the future. So in terms of the projects, there's kind of 6 sort of groups of garments that you can make. So they're sort of split up into different sections, and this page here gives you a really nice overview of the different sets of patterns that there are. So the first one in the book is the Sorja, and in this pattern bundle, so it's described as a loose fit pattern bundle, and there's 4 different variations. So you've got this A-line top, a midi length dress, a faux wrap dress, and then a faux wrap skirt with an elasticated waist. So lots of different options there, and really all of these garments are going to be best suited to lightweight drapey fabrics. So viscose fabrics are perfect because they have got a really nice weight and drape to them, and they're going to sort of swish around and move in the kind of fullness and looseness of that garment. So we have quite a big range of different viscose prints here. Like, we've literally got loads, and I'll link to them all in a blog post that goes with this video, as I'll do with all of the fabrics. So check out the link in the description to this video, because that'll take you to my website where you can buy all of the fabrics. You can see the blog post that goes with this video too. But I've pulled out a couple just to kind of show you them. This one is brand new that we've had in the shop this week, and it is totally my colour palette. I absolutely love this one. It's a really nice kind of dusky pink background, and then it's got this abstract kind of grey animal print on it. It is gorgeous, and you can see that it's got lots of drape and movement, so it's going to be perfect for those sort of styles and those garments. Feels very soft as well, so that would be perfect for those garments. And then I've got a couple more to show you. One is a lovely spotty one, which I feel is nice and summery. It's on a gorgeous kind of bluey colourway, and then it's got these nice big white polka dot spots on it. This is more like a sort of viscose crepe, I would say. It's got a little bit more of a texture to it. The first one I showed you was more like a viscose lawn, or like a plain weave viscose, a nice and smooth surface. This one's got a little bit more texture to it, but you can see that it has still got that lovely kind of swishiness and drape to it. So perfect for a nice dress, I would say. That one would look lovely as a summer dress. And then the other one that I've got is a bit more of a kind of abstract-y sort of print. I think we've called it camo or camouflage. It's really nice and it's got lots of lovely colour tones in it. So yeah, overall a sort of blue palette, but then it's got these really lovely sort of hints of a kind of rusty colour, a bit of a corally colour as well, and then a sort of biscuity beige colour too. It's got a really nice weight to it, this fabric. So yeah, I think that would look gorgeous in those garments as well. Okay, then the next set of garments in the book is called the Eloisa. And in this one, they are all designed for jersey fabric. So the key sort of defining feature is it's got a really lovely curved seam that kind of comes across above the bust. And then it's quite relaxed at the top. It's got a drop shoulder line. And in there, you've got a tunic, a sweater, a circle skirt dress, and a mermaid skirt dress as well. So quite a lot of different options in this one, I would say. And really for the tunic and the circle dress, it's suggesting that you choose a more medium weight jersey that has got a nice amount of stretch. So I think something that is going to be a bit more kind of drapey and fluid would look nice, especially in that kind of fullness of the garment. So I've got a few different options to show you here. Some are plains and some are prints. I'll show you the couple of prints that we've got first of all. This one here is a tencel jersey and it's really lovely and lightweight. You can see that it's got gorgeous kind of drape and swishiness to it as well. It feels really, really soft. So I think that would be really nice for it. And then same kind of base cloth, but just a different print. This is one of my favourite prints. I've got a little t-shirt in this one, but I just think it's really lovely colour. But again, it's really lovely and soft and would be ideal for that. And then in terms of the plains, there's a few options depending on how much weight you want. Basically the same cloth as what the prints were on, but we do it in quite a lot of different plain colours as well. This particular one is dark orchid, and yeah, it's that tencel jersey too. So it feels lightweight, it's got that drape, but you can see it's not opaque at all. So it's perfect and really versatile fabric for dresses and even jumpsuits and yeah, you know, tops, jumpers, everything. You can use it for all of those kinds of things. And then this one's a bit heavier weight. So this is a medal, which is very similar to tencel, but it's just the fiber's just manufactured in a slightly different way. So it's still got that real softness, still got some drape and movement, but it is a loop back, so it's just a bit heavier, and you can feel the weight in the fabric is just a little bit heavier. Makes it super versatile as well. I think you could make any version of that set of patterns with this fabric. Also comes in a range of colours too. So this particular one's the moss green, but we do have lots of different colours in that one. If you're ever looking on the website and you see that something's out of stock, just let us know and we'll add you to the inquiries list for when it comes back in again. Then for the sweatshirt version in that bundle of patterns, you can then go for more like a classic typical sweatshirting fabric, and we have loads of them. So many lovely options in the sweatshirting department in the shop. I've brought a few over that are kind of different types. We've got lots of different colours and options in each one. So we have some printed sweatshirtings. This particular one here is like an animal print and it's on a lovely grey background, and it's got that classic sort of sweatshirt fleecy background to it as well, so it's really nice. So there's that one, and that comes in a range of different colours. Then we've got our classic cosy colours. This is the peacock teal colourway that is a beautiful, rich kind of, it's almost like a bit petrol-y, a bit teal. It's really nice. It's got these little flecks of colour in it as well, so it's not a solid colour. And then it's got that lovely fleecy back too. We do also have a range of organic cotton sweatshirtings that are totally plain. So if you're not sure about the flecks of colour in this one, we do have totally plain sweatshirting as well. And then something a little bit heavier, which I think would be good for the sweater option, is this one here. Again, this comes in a range of colours too, and it's just a bit of a heavier sweatshirting. It's got that fleecy back again, but it's just a thicker fabric. We do have a sort of sparkly version of it too, so this one's got more of a marled finish, and then we've got very similar kind of weight, but it's got little sparkles in it as well in a few different colourways too. So loads of different sweatshirting options there. The new Atelier Brunette sweatshirtings would also be really good. And I forgot to mention in the first group of patterns, you'll notice in the book that a lot of the modelled samples of the garments in that first group of patterns with the dress are all Atelier Brunette fabrics, and you can see them behind me here. We've got a really wide range of lots of different Atelier Brunette fabrics, so yeah, they are all an option as well. And then the next group of patterns in the book, the Luva, hopefully I'm vaguely saying that right. This is probably very close to the top of my sewing list. I love the versions that are in this, especially the sort of tunic version. So this pattern bundle, it's got a straight cut blouse, a belted dress and a tunic with side slits on both sides with snap fastenings or buttons. That's the one that I really like. The blouse has a pretty curved hem, and then you can opt to have pockets and then an elastic section at the back as well to sort of pull it in a little bit if you wanted to. So yeah, loads of different options there again. So the book is recommending, in terms of the types of fabric, you want a light or a medium weight non-elasticated shirting for all variations. So basically you're looking at a woven fabric that has got a little bit more weight and sort of body to it. Shirtings tend to, you know, have a little bit more structure to them. Cotton lawns, cotton poplins, linens would be good as well. So I've got a few different options to show you here. In terms, I think it would look really nice in linens, and it looks like some of the photographed samples are made in linen as well. A few different options in the kind of linen department. This is our 100% linen. This is the dusky rose colourway, and you can see it's just got that lovely natural sort of slubby texture to it, but I think that would look gorgeous as a blouse or the kind of tunic version. The ramie fabric that we have as well, we should be getting more colours of that in soon, but I've got the elephant grey to show you here just now. It is a gorgeous textured fabric as well. It's really nice. A bit heavier in weight, I would say, than the 100% linen. But yeah, just got a slightly different sort of texture to it, but really, really nice. Or you could opt for something a bit more drapey. We do have a range of plain tencel fabrics that would be really nice as well. This particular one is a bottle green, and it's really, really nice. It's got a lovely weight to it as well. So this would be sort of have a bit more kind of freedom and swishiness and movement to it, whereas obviously the linens and the ramie are just going to be a bit more structured. So it kind of depends what look you want to go for. On to the next set in the book, and this group is called the Leah, and this is a close fitting bundle. For woven fabrics again, there's three main variations. So you've got a streamlined pencil skirt, a cute top with a little peplin, and then a very glamorous mermaid skirt gown. Doesn't that sound fancy? So the pencil skirt and the top have got front slits to them. All of them have an invisible zipper, so that's what's going to make it really fitted. And then you can have a bodice with sleeves, and you can have a curved boat neck at the back, or a sleeveless bodice with an O-shaped neckline. So lots of different options there as well. Or as you can see in the photographs in the book, you could kind of make a bit of a combo and make a sort of asymmetrical style as well. So in terms of fabric for this style, when it's something really fitted like this, you do need something that's got a bit more body to it, and it can have a little bit of stretch. So it might be that the fabric contains a little bit of elastane, and therefore, you know, it's just got a bit of kind of more give in it, which makes something that's really tight fitting a bit more comfortable. So the fabric recommendations say for the mermaid skirt or the kind of fluted sleeves, just to pay close attention to the drape as well, because obviously if it's got a bit more drape to it, then yeah, that kind of fullness is just going to move around a little bit more. So it's saying that for the samples that they used a poly satin. We don't tend to stock polyester fabric, so I've not really got many choices in that vein. But what we do have, which came in very recently, just last week, is a couple of fabrics that are on a cotton piqué base, and they've got a little bit of elastane in them, so they've got a bit of give. Two quite different prints. This one's very sort of abstract and bold, so it's got a navy background with then these kind of abstract mosaic pieces, and you can see when I hold it up, see how it's just got that bit of give to it. So it is a bit of a heavier sort of structured fabric. So works well for something that is just a bit more sculpted and fitted to the body. And then you've got this one here, which I think is lovely and summery and fresh. This would look gorgeous if you're going to a summer wedding. Got kind of painterly sort of flower designs on it, which is really nice, kind of scattered all around. And it's the same, so it's the same base cloth. It's that textured piqué fabric with that little bit of stretch in it as well. So they are both options that you could go for in that. Then the next group is all about the bottom half. So you've got shorts and trousers and a jumpsuit as well. So the trousers are a classic high-waisted trousers, and they've got really big pockets, a broad waistband. You can either sew that traditionally or you can tie it with a sort of belt that has a D-ring. And then the jumpsuit is the same style, but you take out the darts and the waistband, so it's a bit more of a relaxed finish. And then it's got quite a big opening at the neck and the armhole. So I think the idea is that you would layer it over something else. And then for the shorts version, I guess you could make the jumpsuit as a shorts version or the trousers as a shorts version as well. So fabric for this one, it's saying that you need a medium weight trouser fabric with a little bit of elasticity. So we do have a few different options here. It's also saying you could go for something more drapey or more structured, depending on what your kind of preference is. So we have got a fairly big range of plain stretch cotton fabrics. I brought a few colours out just to show you. This is a really lovely one. It's sky blue. It's almost like a little bit cornflowery blue to me is also. And this one, yeah, has just got a little bit of stretch in it too, and you can see it's just got that little bit more structure. So yeah, it would just give that more structured look. And then this one here, I think is a caramel colourway maybe. It's gorgeous. Really lovely warm colour tones to it, and again you can see it's got that stretch to it. Then in terms of something patterned, we've got a couple colourways in stock of this one, which is a really fun paisley print. So this is, I think we've called it slate grey, that's the background colour. And then we've also got some with a brick background as well. And then yeah, it's got that lovely stretch too. So that's something a little bit more bolder. Or if you wanted to go with something that's got a bit more drape, then you could go for the tencel twill that I showed you before too. This doesn't have any stretch, but I think that would be okay. I think it would still work out, and it would be nice for the jumpsuit, especially because it's kind of looser around the waist. So if you did the jumpsuit and then made a belt, I think that would sort of cinch it in really nicely. You know, it would sit lovely in the kind of floatiness and sort of drape of that tencel twill. As I said, this doesn't come in different colours. That's the bottle green again, but we've got a blueberry sort of blue one, and then we've also got this one here is like a kind of maroony one too. So yeah, they'll all be linked as well. And then the final garments that are in the book are in the jacket department. So there is two kind of opposing styles here. You've got a bomber jacket, which is a very sort of relaxed casual fit, and then you've got a bit more of a sort of straighter, slicker, smarter blazer. So the bomber jacket has a ribbed neck, and then it's got elastic sleeves and a corded hem as well, and then lovely big patch pockets. I love the studs that are up the front as well. And then the blazer has got a collar with straight sleeves and a hem. The waist is gathered with a belt fastening, and then you've got pockets at the side seams and sort of in the, like at the top of the blazer as well. And then when you look closely, can you see that the opening to the sleeve pockets at the side have got that sort of wavy kind of scalloped edge to it. So really it's saying for the bomber jacket, it's going to be better for something that is a little bit more drapey, and I think the tencel twill would be perfect for that. It would look so nice. It would obviously be a lighter weight kind of summery jacket, but I think the fullness of that style would just look really lovely with the, you know, the elastic channel that you're making at the bottom of the sleeves, and then that corded hem at the bottom. It would look really, really nice. And then for the blazer, I think the linen-y fabrics that we've got would be gorgeous for that. So yeah, the ones I showed you earlier, the 100% linen fabric would work, as would the ramie fabric as well. Would both look really good in that more sort of structured blazer form. Or this, I think you could use the stretch cottons too. It does say that the fabric should have little to no stretch, as in 15% of or less, and yeah, the stretch cottons have less than 15% stretch, so I think they would be totally fine to make a blazer as well. So then you'd have lots of different colour options in the stretch cotton department too. So I hope that's given you lots of ideas and a little bit more of a feel for what is inside the book. We do stock the book, we don't keep loads of stock of it, so if you're watching this video and it's out of stock, then more will be due back in again. Please let us know if you want to get it from us and we'll add you to the inquiries list for that. But hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of the types of fabrics that you can use for it. We've got so many different types of fabric in the shop that would be suitable for loads of these patterns, and I feel like I've just given you a bit of a taster, but hopefully now that I've shown you some examples, it'll be easier to just know what you're looking for when you come to make a project from it. I think it's a really good value for money book because there's just so many different things in it that you can make. And you know, when you think about what the price of just one sewing pattern is now, to get all of them all together, I know it's a bit more work with the tracing and all of that sort of thing, but it's always just nice and inspiring to see lots of different pictures and all the different variations of it as well. So I hope you've enjoyed having a little look at that, and I'll let you know when I get round to actually making something from it. So remember to check out the blog that goes with this video. The link to it will be in the description. And from there you can see all the fabrics that are in the shop. Remember, we do ship worldwide as well. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, then just remember to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!